Hello, my friend. Welcome back. I love to see you here. Today, we're going to analyze texts we read. We're going to see these texts from different perspectives. And we can see pros and cons in everything, my friend. Sometimes you read a message talking about bad news. And if you think, you can see benefits, you can see advantages, you can see the positive side, even from bad things. We're going to study the texts we read today. But before we start our class, I always ask you to prepare your environment, to prepare the atmosphere where you are studying. It is very important to grab pen, paper. You can take them now. You have time to take your things and to prepare. Chair, sit comfortably, stable, your desk. Close the door, close the window, isolate noise. This thing here, flight mode. Flight mode, so you don't receive calls, messages, notifications when you are studying. When you isolate distractions, your productivity goes higher. All right? Before we start, let's breathe. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. All right. Now let's push up and down 10 times, okay? And you are going to count for us. Let's go. 1, 2, you count. 3, 4, 5, 6, you count. 8, 9, 10. Now release your shoulders. Release your shoulders. Move your legs. Move your feet. Now, sit comfortably. Let's study. Let's analyze different perspectives from the same texts. Someone comes to you and say, "Hey, this is bad." You answer, "Really? What if we see from this point of view?" Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's see and understand different points of view. First, we start with an image. Check this image here. What do you see in this image? Do you see a young or an old woman? If you were seeing a young woman, She is looking back. She has a necklace. She's wearing a hat. And she's looking like this. The young woman. But if you were seeing an old woman, the necklace is a mouth. This old woman has a chin, and she is kind of sad. She's looking like this. The ear of the young woman is the eye of the old woman. Can you see this old woman? You see, the same image has two different ways, two different perspectives, two different points of view. Last class, I told you about some writers, some authors I read, and one of them is Stephen Covey. He wrote a fantastic book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I'm talking to you and thinking to myself, I think I have a video you can watch. Just a moment. Stephen Covey, Você Aprende Agora.com. This one here. Watch this video. Hello, my friend! Eu espero que você tenha assistido já todas as nossas aulas 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Hoje nós vamos fazer o resumão de Private Victory, a primeira parte do livro. 3 hábitos. Hábito 1, be proactive, seja proativo. É no momento do livro que ele começa a dizer que quem define o que irá acontecer, quem define o resultado das nossas ações, somos nós. Ele faz a diferença entre o modelo responsivo ou reativo e o modelo proativo. Ele fala que quem tem um modelo reativo está sempre esperando alguém pedir alguma coisa, está sempre esperando alguém perguntar alguma coisa, enquanto o proactive faz a pergunta, vai atrás. O proativo tem a liberdade de escolher. É o hábito 1. O hábito 2, ele diz, begin with the end in mind. Comece com um fim em mente. O que ele quis dizer com esse hábito 2? Saiba onde você quer chegar. Pessoas altamente eficazes são proativas e sabem onde querem chegar. O que você quer fazer hoje? O que você quer ter feito essa semana? No final desse mês, quais são as suas metas? No final desse ano, quais são as suas metas? Ser proativo, começar com um fim em mente, e aí no hábito 3 ele fala, put first things first. Coloque as primeiras coisas primeiro. É o hábito de priorizar o que é importante. Eu tenho um monte de coisa para fazer. Eu vou fazer o que é urgente ou o que é importante? Eu vou fazer o que não é urgente, o que não é importante ou o que é urgente e importante? E aí, ele reforça a ideia da gente fazer sempre o que é importante. Precisaremos fazer as coisas urgentes, porque o urgente é o unexpected, né? O inesperado. Mas o importante que é você se capacitar, você estudar, você se antecipar, você fazer o planejamento. Isso é o importante e é o que ele pede. Então, resumo de Private Victory, a vitória pessoal, que depende única e exclusivamente de quem? You, você. Habit 1 of highly effective people. Estamos falando de hábitos das pessoas altamente eficazes. Hábito 1, be proactive, seja proativo. Hábito 2, begin with the end in mind. Comece com um fim em mente. Hábito 3. Put first things first. Priorize as coisas importantes. In your opinion, what's the best habit? Comment here. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Gibi. See you next class. All right. I just love this guy, Stephen Covey. You just watched a video where I comment about the first three habits of highly effective people. Habit number 1, be proactive. And I ask you, in your opinion, what does it mean to be proactive? Talk to me. Speak. You can speak Portuguese, no problem. But speak. If it's necessary, pause the video. Comment your answers here. The more you participate, the more opportunities you have, okay? To me, being proactive means taking action, taking the attitude, taking the first step. The proactivity is this attitude of anticipating the action. You start, you do, you create the opportunities. The second habit, do you remember the second habit from the video? The second habit is begin with the end in mind. In your opinion, what does it mean to begin with the end in mind? Talk to me, I'm listening to you. Yeah, I believe beginning with the end in mind is to have a purpose, to have a clear goal. I want to exercise. I want to run 5 kilometers today. I start my run knowing that my goal is 5 kilometers. I begin with the end in mind. The end is 5 kilometers. So I begin running, thinking to myself, today I'm going to run 5 kilometers. These days, I'm not running. I just go biking because I had some fractures on my legs. All right. And the third habit of effective people is first things first. What does it mean? Speak, answer. When I see this first things first, I understand as priorities. What are my priorities? In our case here is to learn English, to improve your English, is to learn how to understand different points of view. I'm asking you these questions because there are different ways to understand, to see, to conclude things. And sometimes they converge to the same point, but they come from different directions. Sometimes they are very different, they're opposites, okay? And we will try to understand why is this person understanding like this. Remember these 3 habits of highly effective people and try to apply them in your life. First, be proactive. Second, begin with the end in mind. Third, first things first. Let's see if you are going to comment your opinions here. I want to read your opinions. 3, 2, 1. Yes! Let's keep thinking about what we've read. Some weeks ago I was reading this book from Zig Ziglar. This is an American author. And he wrote, there are always 3 sides of the same story. Your side, the other person's side, and the truth. He says, your point of view is different from the person's point of view, which is different from another person's point of view. And this part of the class I will devote to Proverbs. This popular wisdom we always receive from older people. Older people love Proverbs because it's kind of a rule. When they say the proverb, there is no answer. The proverb itself is the wisdom, and you cannot comment, answer, reply when someone tells you a proverb. I'm going to present you contradictory proverbs. Sentences, proverbs that mean exactly the opposite. Have a look. How can we call this class? Reading and thinking. Felipe Gibi. All right. There is one proverb that says, absence makes the heart grow fonder. It means the absence increases my love. But there is another proverb which is exactly the opposite of this. It says, out of sight, out of mind. If I don't see you, I don't remember you. 2 proverbs, and they mean the opposite. Let's see another pair. Super famous proverb. You were never old to learn. When you say, no, I can't learn this, oh, come on. You were never old to learn. You were never old to learn. And there is another one different from this one, which is an old dog doesn't learn new tricks. An old dog doesn't learn new tricks. This proverb means exactly the opposite of this one. Let's see another pair. The best things in life are free. The best things in life are free. This proverb advocates for the simple things. You don't pay to laugh. You don't pay to make friends. You don't pay to enjoy the wind. The best things in life are free. I agree with this proverb. But there is another one, super popular, that says, there is no free lunch. There is no free lunch. This proverb means there is a price for everything. There is no free lunch. Let's see another one. Oops, I'm stepping on the mic. Do it well or not at all. It says, do it well or not at all. You have two options. Either you do it well, properly, with quality, or you don't do it at all. But there is a different proverb, meaning the opposite, saying, half a loaf is better than none. Half a loaf is better than none. Having a little is better than having nothing. Two proverbs meaning opposite things. So if someone from your family comes to you and say, hey, do it well or not at all, you say, well, half a loaf is better than none. Do all your homework. Oh, come on, 50% of my homework is better than 0%. All right. I think we're good with Proverbs. I was thinking here to myself, how can I show you the importance of understanding the other person's perspective, the other person's point of view? And my artistic abilities are not the best, but I will do my best to show you here an example of these dilemmas we have every day. What is this? I am trying to draw a number, okay? I'm trying to draw a number here. And there are two people. This guy says, "9." This guy here says 6. And I ask you, is this guy here correct? Okay, and I ask you, is this guy here correct? This guy is looking at this number here, and he sees 9. This guy here is looking at this number here, and he sees 6. Here you see the importance of understanding the other person's point of view, understanding the other person's perspective. There's a story about 10 blind guys who were selected to touch an elephant. Imagine an elephant. Now imagine 10 blind guys touching the elephant. One guy was touching the ear of the elephant. The other was touching the tail. The other was touching the leg. The other was touching the horn. The other was touching the nail. The other was touching the belly. And then they were asked, how can you describe an elephant? The guy who touched the tail said, well, an elephant has a long tail, it's rounded, it's thin, it's soft. The guy who was touching the horn said, no, it's super hard, it's sharp. The guy who was touching the belly said, no, it's huge, it's big. Because they had different points of view. They were analyzing the elephant by each part of the animal. And this is an exercise I'd like to suggest you to do. When you have a problem, because when we're having fun, no problem if I have different opinions. But when you are having a problem, when you are having an argument at home, in class, with your friends, at work, soon you'll be working, try to see the situation through the other person's eyes. Wear the other person's shoes. If you do it, you understand better how the person is feeling. You understand better how the person is seeing the situation. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Welcome back here. Please come on in. Come on in, my dear. Here we are with Marcos today. Marcos is taking care of this green here. And when you think of a farm, when you think of the life in the country, when I think of life here, I think of a calm life, of a peaceful life. But from Marcos' perspective, how is life here? Maybe he thinks differently. He can agree, okay, life's peaceful, life's calm, but life is full of responsibilities here. I must go and water the green. I must wash the things. I must take care of these plants, otherwise they can't resist the heat, the warmth. So, when you think of different perspectives, wearing someone else's shoes is essential. Essential. This is aloe vera. This is lemon. Did you see the papaya? This is papaya. Come here, let's take a walk. When you check this place here, the grass, the water, the house, how do you imagine life here? 3, 2, 1. Yes! We're finishing one more class, and I love to see you here. When you come to this point of our class, to me, it means you know more, you developed your capacities, you were more skilled, you were more prepared for opportunities. And today we studied different perspectives from the same text, seeing things from different points of view. Read things with more thought in it. And I'd like to leave with you, as a final message, the importance of seeing things from the positive perspective. We all have troubles in life. Right now, you are facing a challenge. I am facing a challenge too. Maybe you lost someone from your family. Maybe you lost your dad, your mom. See the positive, even in these difficult times. I lost my dad. My goodness, this is sad. And this is a great opportunity to develop my responsibility. This is a great opportunity for me to organize things better. This is a great opportunity for me to be proactive and help mom at home and be a leader for my family. Remember, there is always something good in everything, no matter what. Comment here a challenge you have faced and the positive thing you took from it. From the lemon, you made a lemonade. Comment. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Gibi. See you next class.